All right, welcome to an evening session of FitEssentials. Here's our disclaimer. You're about to engage in intense physical activity. Proceed with caution. Do not attempt to perform any movements or activity that exceed your current physical capabilities. Participants with injuries, high blood pressure, chronic health conditions, recent chest pain, or that have any other condition that may limit their ability to participate in this activity should consult their physician or healthcare provider before proceeding. So with all that said, let's go ahead and start moving. Come on up to your feet. We're going to start with our breath. All right, feet just underneath the hips, palms in front of the chest. We're going to go 3 cycles of breathing here. If you know the routine, feel free to close your eyes. Breathe in, reach up, fill in the lungs with air, and exhale, relax down. You want to use this time to get yourself centered, let it go of any to-do list. Breathing in, stretching up tall. Just spend this time focused on yourself and your body. And last time through, breathe and stretch, lifting up through the head, neck, and shoulders, and all the way down. Fantastic. One hand on the hip, other hand's gonna start to reach to the side. Just get a light twist and reach it across the body. Very good. Once more each side. Very good. Now we're going to go into a side stretch. Hand on the hip, palm up towards the ceiling or sky. Just slightly shift the hips to the side that you're leaning away from. Breathe deep at the top and then relax down and switch side. Palm up, gently reach, breathe, and relax. Good job. Once more each side. So you can go just a little bit farther this time. Down, relax, and switch. Very good. I'm going to walk the feet in just a bit, toes pointing straight ahead. Stand up nice and tall, hands on the thighs. We're going to go chin towards the chest and just nice and slow, kind of round your back forward, staying strong in the legs, slight bend in the knee. Just kind of say hello to a different part of your spine. Come down to where you feel a little bit of stretch in the back of the legs. Breathe into your back and then start to reverse that direction. Tucking the hips under, coming all the way back up. And we'll bring the arms up to overhead, slight bend in those knees, core strong, and just gently look back behind you. Breathe here, and then relax the arms down. We're gonna do that one more time through. So hands on the thighs, stand tall, chin to the chest, rounding forward. Like you're trying to just kind of round forward one segment at a time. Staying strong in the legs and core. Find that bottom position. Let the head hang. Breathe into your back. Exhale all the way out. And then go ahead and come on up. Hips tuck under, all the way up to standing. Wonderful. A little bit wider base stance. Arms out to the side. And we're going to go into our windmill. So slight bend in the knees, hinging at the hips, reaching towards the opposite leg. Anywhere between the knee and the ankle. Long in the spine. Now we don't want to really be rounded through the back like we did on our, called the Jefferson curl, the one previously. Here we want to be as long as you can, nice flat spine. Go about one more or so each side. Over and stand. Good job. Go ahead and walk the feet in. Let's step your right foot forward, left foot back. You can take your left arm, hand can go on the hip here, and we're just going to make nice big sweeping circles, opening through the chest. Palm faces away, and then as it comes past the thigh, palm faces towards you. As you go up overhead, you can kind of start to rotate the palm away. We'll go about 5 rotations. Spread those fingers nice and wide as well. You're trying to make a really big handprint, tracing across. Good job. 2 more. And on this last one, connect your breath. Breathe in as you reach up, and exhale as you sweep down. Very good. Let's bring the feet to the center. We'll go hip circles before we switch sides. So hands on the hips, circle the hips around. Hello. And reverse directions. There you go. All right, about 5 times there. Then you're going to go your left forward, your left foot back, hand on the hip. And we'll do our 5 circles here. Palm towards the body on the front half of the circle and then rotate away. on the other half. Good job. So we're gonna breathe in here and exhale. You can turn your head as well. Look over the shoulder. Good, 3 more. Very good. And opening, reaching. Wonderful, last one. Awesome job. All right, go ahead and walk the feet in. If your balance is a little bit off, feel free if you want to hold on to a chair or anything. We're going to go same side, standing knee to elbow. So lift up through the core, lift up out of the hip. You're going to bring the elbow towards the knee, stretch up nice and tall. In and stretch long. Good job. We're going to go about 30 seconds here. Really lifting up the core so your hips stay square. You don't want that hip to kick out. Good job. You can't quite reach the knee to the elbow, just come as close as you can and extend. Fantastic. 10 more seconds here. In and reach. And reach. Awesome. Feel that core firing. Last one. Good. Relax the arm down. Same side that you were just doing. Go ahead and step that foot back. We're going to go kind of like Frankenstein arms here. Hands across the shoulder. And now we're going to rotate towards that front leg. And back to center, rotate, and back. One more here, rotate, and back to center. Good, either keep the hands here or interlace the fingers, stretch up tall, and now we're gonna side bend a couple times, stretching towards the front leg, back to center, 2 more here. Fantastic. All right, and then we're gonna switch sides, knee to elbow on the opposite side. So reach up. Good control through the core. Whichever leg was just back, it's going to be the opposite side. There you go. Nice work. I'm glad I'm not the only one that forgets. It's like, okay, what number am I on?
1920.
Very good. About 5 more seconds here. A couple more. Keep lifting through the hip. Nice and tall. 2, 1, and let's go ahead and step that same side back. Frankenstein arms first, rotating across, rotating towards that lead leg. 3 times here. And as you're rotating through the torso, also think about just gently kind of shifting the hip forward. We're looking to get an opening like in the front of the hip, front of the abdomen area. Good, either stay with the hands on the chest or stretch to overhead for some side bends in that stagger stance. Breathe out, breathe in to lengthen, exhale to stretch. Awesome. We're gonna do that one more time through. So going back to your first side, I'm on the right. If you're facing me, might be your left. And whenever you're ready, about 30 seconds here, stretch tall, elbow to the knee. Very good. Continue to lift up solid, good support. Nice controlled movements. Awesome, 10 more seconds. Well done. Very good. So the leg you were just picking up, stretch it back. And we're gonna go straight to the hands overhead. If you prefer the Frankenstein, you can. We're gonna do kind of a combo here where you'll side bend and then rotate. So you kind of combine the 2 movements. Back to center, side bend towards that lead leg, and then rotate. Good, one more time. Bend towards that side and rotate towards that side. Good, shake it out. Let's go ahead and swing the arms back and forth. Just pay attention to which leg you had backwards. Alternate which arm's on top. Good, and then we're gonna switch sides one more time here. Standing knee to elbow, opposite side. Stretch long, in and controlled. Breathing smooth. Fantastic. Really feel those glutes kind of fire in there, supporting on that single leg. Core is working to bring everything in and together. Final 10 seconds. Last one. Whoop. Good. And then keep that leg back And we're gonna go arms up overhead in our combo move here. Side bend, then rotate. Really open up those hip flexors, bend and rotate. Good job, once more. And turn. Turning the gaze as well, looking over that arm. Awesome, shake it out. All right, and then next we're gonna warm up the legs a little bit more. Let's go left foot forward, right foot back. We call these like a skier lunge. You're gonna start with your right hand forward. You're gonna drive nice and strong through the left, drive forward, drive this knee up. Step back and drive it up. Good. Good control, make that sure that heel's nice and solid. We'll go about 30 seconds here. Fantastic. Start to feel like the hip and the leg working on that front support leg. Awesome, 10 more seconds. Whoop. Keeping your balance, good control through the core. 2, 1, and switch. Very good. We're just gonna turn it to the opposite side. Same idea. Foot planted nice and strong. Leg steps back. The leg that's back, you're gonna start with that arm forward, and you'll drive into your lead heel, drive that back leg forward. Back and up. Good. Back, up. Try to kind of grip the toes of that front foot as well. If you focus on that big toe, the rest will usually follow suit. Good. Over halfway. Back and up. Excellent. Couple more. Last one. Wonderful. All right. As long as you feel stable, go ahead and cross one foot in front of the other. So let's start with your right foot, crosses in front of the left, core nice and strong, and now we're gonna do a forward fold with the crossed leg. Staying strong in the midsection, reaching down. Typically, I'll feel this one in my outer left hip. That's where I have the most tension here. And then come on up when you're ready. You're gonna step out of that, step your right foot out to the side, tall chest, and we're gonna do a little side lunge here, pushing the heel down, pushing the knee out. Very good, go ahead and walk it in. Now we're gonna reverse that, where we're gonna step the left foot in front, bow forward, reaching for the toes, core engaged. Say hello to the outer right hip. Breathe. Come on up. Very good. Now we're going to step that left foot out wide, tall chest, side lunging to the left, looking to open the inner thigh on the right. Keep that weight back in the heels, knees push out. Good job. One more there, opening it up. Beautiful. Walk it in. Now we're going to do a little bit of a squat warm up. If you want to hold on to something, feel free, or you can just do like a free squat. So you can use the chair or a wall to kind of help keep that chest tall, hang on to something, keep your heels planted, and then sink your hips down as far as you can, and come on up. So you can just reach the arms out as well, chest tall, reaching back, and stand. Good. Try to bring your feet in just a little closer if you can. We'll go about 5 reps here or so, just sinking a little bit deeper each time. Just make sure that you stay engaged in your core each time. So don't go so low that you lose that tension. And stand. Fantastic. Last one. Push those feet, drive your chest tall. Fantastic. All right. So we're going to start with some core work. You can do it elevated or down on the floor. I'm just going to briefly show the elevated option, and then I'm going to demo from the floor tonight. So 2 options from the elevated position. You can do just the leg into the elbow and then extending straight back, in and back, or you can add the opposite arm. While I reach the arm out, bring the elbow towards the knee. Stretch long and elbow towards the knee. Or come down on all fours, and we're gonna do that same concept on the ground. Quadruped knee to elbow, also known as bird dog. Feel free to grab a sip of water. Good idea, Whitney. We're going to be doing this like right arm and left leg to start. We're going to work for 45 seconds, and I encourage you to really focus on those end ranges. So look to hold between 2 and 5 seconds at the ends, extended, and when the elbow is towards the knee under the body. All right. Really focused here to keep this back square. You don't want to have any arching happen, so keep that belly button pulled in. All right, so we'll start here in 5 seconds. Left leg, right arm, and 2, 1, here we go. Good control, lifting up out of that support shoulder, stretching long, and then bringing the elbow towards the knee under the body. Breathe, in and controlled. Again, we're working for 45 seconds, so just taking your time, good positions, holding those in. And as you reach long, think about trying to touch your foot to the wall or fence behind you. Very good. 10 seconds left. Control and reach. 2, 1, and rest. Good job. Go ahead and stay here. Hand behind the head. We're going to go elbow towards the same side elbow. Rotate and peer over the shoulder. You can also do this seated, where you go elbow towards the opposite thigh, just looking over the shoulder. 5 reps here if I didn't say it. Good. After you do 5, either sit up or stand up for a second. Just kind of give yourself a break from that position. And then we're going to make our way to the opposite side. We're going to be doing this 2 rounds on each side. So this will be the second half of set 1. All right, let's go ahead and get in position. We'll start in 5. Place the hands right underneath the shoulder, left arm, right leg. And begin when you're ready. Pull the core in, holding strong, elbow towards the knee. Nice and stable, lifting up out of that support shoulder. Fire in the glute. Breathe in to close. Exhale to lengthen. Good job. 15 seconds left. Fantastic. Almost there. 2, 1, and rest. We're going to go our rotations on that left arm. So hand behind the head, elbow towards the opposite elbow or thigh if you're seated. Rotate, peer over that shoulder. 5 times here. Very good. Before we go back to set 1, let's bring the toes together, knees divide, reach the arms out. Go ahead and drop back into child's pose. And let's take 2 to 3 nice, good breaths into the back of the rib cage. One more breath. Fantastic. And then here we're going to come up, bring the knees together, and then just rock your hips side to side. Hello, got a nice little pop in the back on that one. Just opening here. Oh, yummy. Oh, yeah. One of those ones that you're like, okay, no big deal. And then it's like, oh, didn't know I was stiff there. Awesome. All right, one more time, side to side. Go ahead and just kind of shake out the wrist for a second. And then we're going to make our way back to the first side for our second set. All right, so we got right arm, left leg if you're doing both pieces. 2, 1, here we go. Core solid, pull that belly button in, and we're going to hold those positions 2 to 5 seconds. Exercises that they're not always that entertaining to do, so it always helps to kind of have someone to follow along or do them with. So appreciate you guys being here tonight. It's good for me to do these too. Doing great, everybody. Almost there, less than 10 seconds. Two, 1, and rotation. So you can either stay up on the hand, or if you want to go a little deeper into the rotation, you can take it down to the forearm. And then same idea here, hand behind the head, elbow to the elbow. When you rotate, pause in that open position, peer over the shoulder. Get the most out of that rotation. Job, 2 more. If you're on my count, just do 5 on your own. Good job. Fantastic. Whew, shake it out in between, and then we'll make our way to the second side. All right. I'm gonna grab a quick sip. We'll start that last set of quadruped knee to elbow in just under 10 seconds. All right, folks. 2, 1, and left arm, right leg. Keep good, strong movements. It's one of those ones that it's not super hard, but you want to really focus on that control. If you try to move too fast, then it gets even more challenging. So just take your time, try to find a nice fluid rhythm. Ten seconds left. Reaching long. 2, 1, rest there. Rotations, either again, whatever you did on the opposite side, either on the hands or come down to the forearms. Here we go, elbow to elbow, rotate and peer. Pausing in that rotation. Good, total of 5. Fantastic. We're gonna go back to child's pose, but this time we're gonna do what we call the child's pose side stretch. So you're gonna walk the hands towards one side, reach that arm nice and long, and then drop the body down towards the floor. Stretch out that side body. And center your breath towards wherever you feel the tension. So try to breathe right into where you feel the most tension. 1 more. And walk the hands to the opposite side. Nice long reach. Sink back. Drop that head down. And 3 breaths here. Awesome. While we're down here, we're going to do another opening for the inner thighs. Go ahead and kick one leg out to the side. Back foot can either be flat or up on the toe, and we're going to rock the hips back towards the heel. Rock forward and back. Get about 3 to 5 each side. One more. And before we switch sides, we're going to go into down dog. So you're going to turn your toes under, hands right underneath the shoulders, lift the knees up, hips, push them high in the air as you gently pulse the head between the arms. Trying to open that mid back. Pulse forward and back about 5 times or so. And then once you feel fairly open there, start to walk out the heels. Say hello to the calves. So you can drop the heel down towards the floor, walking it out. Very good. Then when you're ready, you're going to come back down, and then we'll do the leg rock on the opposite side. So kicking the leg out to the side, hands and shoulders square, and rock the hips towards the heel. Bringing it forward and back. Job. Feeling that one? Feeling that one. Awesome. All right, once you finish that, go ahead and roll onto your back. We're going to open up the low back a little bit. We've got some deadlift work coming up in our next piece. Let's see. Before you lay all the way back, if you're not there yet, from a seated position, chest back, feet flat, knees are divided, and just gently drop the legs side to side. So just opening the hips a bit. You can definitely be on your back while you do this too. Just feels slightly different. Very good. Even out both sides, and then we'll, if you're not already down there, take it all the way down. Pull the shoulder blades back and down. And we're gonna start by pulling both knees into the chest. Just look straight up and then rock your hips side to side. Very good. From here, knees bent, feet flat. We're gonna bridge the hips up and either just a normal glute bridge. You can go up and down a few times, especially if you get any tension in the low back, or you can join me here. I'm gonna interlace the hands, shift those shoulder blades back and down, and we're gonna hold this for 20. So either up and down for the glute bridge or hold this bridge pose. If you're in that bridge pose, you wanna kind of pull that chin in, like you're trying to make a triple chin and open up the back of the neck. Breathe, get those glutes to fire. And relax down. Very good. One more time. Go ahead and return the double knee to chest, hugging it in, rocking side to side. And you can either stay here or bring the knees up and out, arms out to the side, and then we'll move into two knee twists, bringing both legs across, keeping your core engaged, and looking over the opposite shoulder. One of my favorites here. All right, even yourself out there, and then go ahead and come onto your side, and we're gonna go into a side lying quad stretch. So up on the shoulder, or you can leave that arm out stretched. Go ahead and grab the foot, pull the heel towards the glute. Go 20 seconds here. Gently driving the thigh back as you work on bringing that foot towards your bottom.
Your spleen.
Your spleen. That's not a cue I've ever used. But hey, why not? Bring your foot towards the spleen was the comment. And go ahead and relax. Roll over, switch sides. Same thing, other leg. All right, we're gonna be moving into some sumo deadlift. You can do either a standard single arm sumo deadlift, alternating arms, or you can do a sumo deadlift high pull, where you end with the elbow high above the shoulder. It's gonna be a 40-second interval, alternating arms throughout. If you have trouble with touching your toes, you may not wanna take it all the way to the floor. Rather, switch hands about knee height, mid-shin. Relax there. Okay. From the sumo deadlift, we'll have a 20-second transition. You can either grab bands and do like a standing band pull apart, okay? If you don't have bands, two options there. You can do just pretend that you have bands and opening through the chest, or you can lie down and do what we call a lying fly, where you lay on your belly, chin in, core engaged, and you're simply like you're trying to push your palms up towards the sky, trying to bring the thumbs together behind you. You don't literally touch the thumbs, but just as if you were, and that would be the sub if you want to lie down, okay? From there, we'll come into rolling on our backs, and we'll do a leg lift, the supine tuck-ups, lying on the back, lifting the legs, or if you feel pretty confident with those, you can do a leg lowering ab. It's gonna be a bigger challenge on the core and the spine, and really key here, I gotta fix that screen because I know you can't see, but you wanna make sure that you don't let that low back lift up, okay? So again, either the tuck-ups or what we call leg lowering abs, lowering them down right before you're arching. You want to bring the legs back up, okay? And then just to talk about that deadlift, our first movement, it's gonna be a wide base stance. You'll hold the weight in front of the body with one arm. You hinge the hips, sending the legs back. And like I said, you're either gonna go about mid-shin or all the way down. Base that on your hamstring flexibility. So if it's really tough to touch the toes, you may not wanna go all the way down. And you'll go either the deadlift, switching hands, okay? Or if you wanna do the high pull, what that looks like is you stand, elbow comes up above the shoulder. So you hinge over, the first part of the movement's the same, it's that deadlift, except the high pull, you give a little hip drive and elbow finishes high. If you have a traditional dumbbell, just watch that you don't knock yourself in the chin. I've done it.
You've done that.
Yeah, chipped a tooth. All right, so remember we're working for 40, Resting for 20 in between exercises. The band pull-aparts or the lying flies will be for 20. All right, standing nice and tall, nice wide base stance. 3, 2, 1, here we go. I'm gonna demo just the deadlifts first round, and then we're doing a total of 3 rounds. I'll do the high pulls on the second 2. So either all the way to the floor, or you can switch hands midway. And you can technically switch hands at the top too, just however you wanna do it. Biggest priority is paying attention to our back position. Very good. 10 more seconds. Fire those glutes as you stand. So engage the backside. And 2, 1, and rotate. Very good. Either standing or lying flies, or grab your band. So depending upon the tension of the band, the closer you hold, the harder it's going to be. Find like a moderate effort. Shoulder blades back and down. 2, 1, here we go. Just literally pulling it apart, pulling the shoulder blades together. Nice. Good job. Couple more. And rest. Beautiful. 20 seconds. Make your way to the floor. You could technically also do these tuck up seated. If anyone can't get down on the ground, you could do a single leg, or if you're comfortable, you can go both legs together. We're going to demo on the floor tonight. All right. 2, 1, and here we go. Try to lift those hips off the ground and control the down. So that's when you really want to feel that core bracing, and you should feel like it's pushing out to brace. If you're watching any weightlifting events and you see people wear those belts around their waist, that's to cue the body to push tension out against the belt, because that's where your core is nice and strong. Great work. Over halfway. And 2, 1, and rest. Fantastic. Go ahead and roll over on your stomach. Hands underneath the shoulders, engage the glutes, just gently press up and look up. Only go as far as you're comfortable. It's usually a pretty good variation here from person to person. And as you press up, try not to crunch through the low back. So think about being long, kind of like lifting long through your torso, and fire those glutes. Got one more here. Very good. And then we'll make our way back up to standing. Just a little over 30 seconds, and then we'll start that second of 3 sets. So feel free to grab some water, to make any adjustments with the weights. Either sticking with that deadlift, or you can follow me. I'm gonna move into that high pull position on this next 2 rounds. All right, going in 10. Remember, we're gonna alternate arms on this. Nice wide base stance, tall chest, long in the spine, and begin when you're ready. Hinging over, either standing straight up or finishing with that elbow position. Remember to breathe. We want our breathing to be nice and symmetric, so it sounds the same each breath, or each rep rather. And elbow goes straight up if you're doing those high pulls, like as if it's pulling, there's like a string from the ceiling or the sky connected to the outside of that elbow. Good, Tanya. And 2, 1, rotate. Lying flies or pull aparts next. All right, and here we go. Just avoid shrugging up into the ears. Kind of pause in that open position. Bringing it back in. Nice job. Couple more. Good, and rest. Awesome. Rotate, either seated or lying back. I'm going to stick with those tuck-ups. If anybody wants to do the leg lowering abs, you're more than welcome. Set those shoulder blades back and down. 3, 2, 1. Whenever you're ready. Lower core. Avoiding that arch of the spine. Job. We're halfway through. Stay focused. Good quality movement. Job. 10 seconds. 2, 1, and rest. Fantastic. All right, let's go back to the stomach. And we're gonna do a couple, we call them scorpions. So you're gonna have the arms out to the side, engage the glute, bring one leg up, and then bring it across the body. Just gently letting that leg go back to open the front of the hip. And then we'll switch sides. Same thing, other side. Engaging the glute, bringing the leg back. Go once more each side. Really make sure you fire that glute to protect the low back. But opening the front of the hip. Awesome job. Last time, second side. Fantastic. All right, make your way up. And we'll go 20 seconds till we start that third round. Third and final round, then we're gonna get that heart rate up for the last piece. Place those feet just outside the hips, tall in the spine. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Hinging over. Either straight deadlift or that high pull. Good job. Really strong back position, long spine. Make sure as you come down to the bottom, you also push those knees wide. Hi, Ben. Good to see you. Fantastic. 15 seconds left. Nice job, Whitney. You too, Tanya. Bend your knees a little bit more as you go down. So in that bottom position, be here a little bit more. Oh. Last one, and rest. Glad I told you that at the very end. Nice job. Transition, lying or standing flies, or the pull aparts next. Be like one of those like artistic gymnasts or rhythmic gymnasts.
Rhythmic, yes.
Rhythmic, yes. 2, 1, and here we go. I just wonder how people get into that.
You have to be 6 foot tall and weigh 82 pounds.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
It's amazing what they can do.
They have such a unique body.
Absolutely. Very unique
Very
body shape.
specific.
And rest. Fantastic. Final set of core work. Making your way to the floor. You can either stay with those tuck ups. I'm going to show the leg lowering abs this time. You do it without hitting something. All right, get in good position. 2, 1, here we go. If you're doing the leg lowering abs, you gotta really kind of moderate yourself. Start to feel where you're like, all right, if I go any farther, I think I'm gonna arch my back. Nice and controlled. Racing through the core. We're halfway. Even bend the knees a little bit, take some of the pressure off. Good, almost there. One more good one. And rest. Fantastic. All right, let's go 2-knee twist while we're here, bringing the leg to the side. If that feels like too deep of a twist for you, you can always switch that double knee to chest and kind of rock yourself side to side. We have the option of some squatting in the next piece, so we're going to stretch out our quads once more as well. So once you finish that twist, let's come back to your side, and we're going to stretch each quad about 20 seconds each. All right, go ahead and grab that foot, pull it in. So how the next series is going to work is we'll have 2-minute intervals. I'll take you through 5 rounds. It'll be a total of 10 minutes of work. You can do all 5 with us. You could go every other where you work for 2 minutes, rest for 2 minutes, however you want to build it in for yourself. Go ahead and switch legs. The first exercise will be a left arm movement. We'll either do a strict press, shoulder to overhead, a push press, or a thruster. I'll remind you of what each of those are, or maybe it's new for some of you. And then you can put the weight down and march in place, or you can keep your weight, kind of hold it at your chest for a weighted march for the middle 30 seconds. And then we go to the right arm, same movement that you did on the left. And then you can go ahead and rest there. You can either take 30 seconds off in between sets, or you can repeat the march. Let's go ahead, stretch the upper body just a little bit here. We're gonna go our tricep side bend. Reach up, bend the elbow, feet a little bit wider. And now we're gonna go bend to the side. We'll go 3 times, just a straight to the side, and then the last 2, we'll add a little bit of a rotation to it. So we'll bend, and then try to turn your bottom armpit towards the ceiling, and back to neutral. Might be really subtle, bend, and just a slight twist, and back to neutral. Good job. Shake out those arms, back and forth. And up and down, and all the way around. Fantastic. All right, opposite tricep, reach that arm up. Keep your ribs tucked down so you don't arch, and pull that chin in as well. Bend the elbow, chin pulled in, and now remember we're going to side bend 3 times. Breathe, exhale, inhale, exhale. Good, and if you'll feel good for it, now rotate towards the sky and back to center, side bend, and just a slight rotation and up. Awesome. All right, feel free to grab some water. And like I said, we're gonna go over those movements. So it'll be left arm. Option 1 would be a strict press. You stand and press. Option 2 is our push press. We get a little dip, like a quarter squat, sitting into the heels, drive straight up, dip, and drive, or you can go that full squat, sinking back and driving here. Okay. You could also squat to a chair or a bench. So I can show you on the bench here. I could squat here to the bench, stand, and drive to overhead. Okay. So your choice. In between arms, either with weight or without weight, we'll do a march. And then we'll move into the right arm, same idea. Whatever you did on the left, you want to do the same movement on the right. And then you'll either have 30 seconds rest, or you can repeat that march. Let me know if there are any questions. Otherwise, we'll start in 10. Left arm first. I'm going to show push press on the first set, and then I'll squat for the others. 2, 1, here we go. So a little dip, drive to overhead. So we're going to work for 30. There's no built-in rest, but just rest when you need to. Good job. Nice, Whitney. Good, Tanya. Fantastic. Driving tall, getting ready to march. 2, 1, and rotate. So you can hold the weight up at the chest, or you can set the weight down if you want to break. Picking the knees up, picking the feet up, either stationary or feel free to move around your space. Fantastic. 10 seconds. All right, let's go ahead and start to get into position on that right side. Set the feet, nice tall chest, and here we go. Dip back and drive. I oftentimes will see people really shoot those knees forward on that dip, so think hips back, knees push out, and chest nice and tall. Fantastic. Good. There we go. Almost there. 2, 1, and rest. Or march, up to you. This is my second time doing this today. I'm gonna give myself a little break, but you guys that are marching, all the power to ya. Marching it out. All right, that's set 1. We're gonna do that upwards of 4 more times. Like I said, if you're a little fatigued, kind of building back in, don't hesitate to just kind of stay active for 2 minutes and then join us every other round. Otherwise, left arm, set the feet. Either stay with what you did or join us for the squats. Controlling down, driving up. Chest tall, heels planted, whichever movement you're doing. Very good. Really stay strong in that core. Try not to dip to the side at all. There you go. Last one. Good, and march it out. My mom was so cute. She was in the class earlier today, and she used to be in the marching band, and you could just tell when she marches, it has like a very distinct style to it and rhythm. I love it. This makes me laugh. All right, getting ready for that right arm, everybody. Set your feet. 2, 1, and begin. Same movement you did on the left. This is the second half of set 2. Good job. Breathing consistent. Almost there. 2, 1, rest or march. There's 2 rounds down. Good work. Thanks, Tanya. Thank you. All right, 15 seconds. Set 3 coming up. Losing daylight. Gonna find some lights or have to go inside within a couple weeks. 2, 1, left arm, round 3. Good, send your hips back a little bit more. There you go. Good movements, nice and fluid. Good, 10 seconds. Perfect, Whitney, that's it. Just keep moving. And rotate, stationary march or weighted march. You want to find something to focus on. Remember why you do this. Keep your body strong. The stronger you are, the fitter you are, the easier life can be. All right, right arm next. We'll be over halfway after this. 2, 1, here we go. Sinking back, drive her up. Good. Keep that core engaged, especially when we hold weight on one side of the body. There's that tendency to want to rotate. So you want to really focus against that counter rotation. Almost there. Good, rest or march it out for the end of round 3. Woohoo! Over the hump. Nice job, everybody. Set 4 coming up. 4 more minutes left, and then we'll get a good cool down. All right, 5 seconds, back to that left arm. And here we go. Strict press, push press, or the squat. Good. Breathe, push nice and high through the shoulder. Great work. Good focus. Last one. And marching. Woo. Now we're breathing. Heavier than before.
Sounds like you're doing a lot of walking and we're not going anywhere.
Yeah, dog's confused. 10 seconds till we go to that right side. Into round 4 coming up. All right, 2, 1, here we go. Nice job. Chest up. Control to that bottom position. Don't let yourself bounce. Good job. Great control. Good. 2, 1, rest. Or if you're up for marching, we'll have everybody march out the final interval. Woohoo, almost there. One more round. If you've had enough, then just move and breathe till we finish. Or join us in 10. Just listen to the body. Always better to do a little bit less than a little too much. 2, 1, and here we go. Good job, good focus. Nice, Sonia. Hi, Keely. Almost there. One more good rep. Awesome, and marching. How are you?
Good.
Good to see you.
I have 5 minutes.
5 minutes, all right. You gonna squat with us?
No.
All right. All right, everybody. Final round. 10 seconds.
What arm are we on? Left. Left.
Right arm.
Right arm.
Yep. 3, 2,
on,
1. Here we go. He's
Go on,
good.
babe.
Cosmo says almost there. Heels planted, chest tall, feet a little wider. Use your hips, drive it up to overhead. There you go. Ten seconds. Three, 2, 1. Final march. Everybody in. Always feels good when you're done, or when you know the hard part's done. Of course, for some, they might say the stretching's the hard part.
Hello.
10 seconds.
Hello.
2, 1, and we're done. High fives. Whew. Great work. Stay standing, grab a drink of water. We'll do a few stretches to finish. All right, let's stay on our feet. Kind of bring our heart rate down first. You can use your band or a towel, or if you can interlace the hands. Interlace, extend out, do the stretch with us. Good. Push those arms nice and straight, wide base stance. Just interlace the fingers and push them out. You can either stay here, lift the arms up, or bend the knees, send the hips back, forward fold.
How do you do that?
Magic. Good, and come on up. Just make your way to a wall or a tree or a fence post. We're gonna open up the chest next. Place the arm elbow about shoulder height, inside leg steps forward, lean into it and turn away.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Yeah, hello chest. Breathing here. Very good, and make your way to the opposite side. Same thing. Step the inside leg forward, kind of lean your chest forward, get that opening on the chest, and then turn away. Peer over that opposite shoulder. Breathe. Very good. Come back to center. We're going to repeat our tricep stretch. This time we're going to go in a lunge. So let's have your right foot forward, left foot back. Reach your left arm up. Bend the elbow, grab the elbow, and we'll side bend here from that tall lunge or stagger stance. About 3 or so. Hold that last one just a little bit longer. And then shake it out, switch sides. Opposite leg forward. Whichever foot's back, that's the arm that's going to stretch up. Pull that chin in, stay tall, and bend in towards that lead leg. Nice work. Good. Try to lift your head up, look straight ahead, try not to crunch the neck down. There you go, Keely, good. Remember to hold that last one just a hair longer. Fantastic. All right, let's take it down to the floor. Come beside me here. We're gonna go child's pose, but with palms up. So go palms up, little fingers are gonna come together. And then from there, toes together, knees divide, drop back, and drop the head between the arms. Breathe into the back. Good, Keely. Very good. Come on up on all fours. Walk those knees in, and we're gonna repeat our little hip rock here, bringing the hips to the side, back to center, and the opposite side. Feel that? Good job. Side to side. Look, we can kind of kiss hips here. Nice work. And then go ahead and place the hands underneath the shoulders, turn the toes under, hips drive high, push the head between the arms for down dog. Walk out the heels. Next, we're going to bring the right leg forward into pigeon. If pigeon is not a good stretch for you, you can flip over onto your back and do the figure 4 stretch where you're going to bring your right foot to your left thigh. Otherwise, swing your right leg forward, square your hips and shoulder as well as you can, and then go ahead and kind of gently sink into it. I like to just gently rock myself side to side to feel that outer hip opening. Mm-hmm. And we're recording it.
So somebody else can see it too.
Very good. Once you finish that, bring your legs back. Let's go back to down dog, or if you're on your back, just switch legs. And now we're going to bring that left leg forward. If you're doing the figure 4, it'll be left foot to the right thigh and hug that leg in, or square the hips here. Just gently shift side to side. Hello, hips. And then notice if you had one side that's more tense than the other, that's a good one. You could even, when you do these stretches, which ideally if you really notice they bother you, do these on your own in between our sessions. And you can always stretch the stiff side twice. So you'd want to start on that side, stretch your opposite side, and then come back to that side that maybe talks to you just a little bit more than the others. All right, everybody, we're starting to lose daylight, so we'll go ahead and shut it down. Thanks for being here. Quad stretches will be good the next couple of days, and just keep yourself nice and open. Drink plenty of water. Go ahead and stop the recording. Hope to see you next time.